Yeah, what is the GTA series about? Like, what kind of cars are like it?
Well, GT America is a bronze only series for kind of new drivers who are up and coming to go and, get a taste of real competition at a high level. It's a mix of GT4 and GT3 cars, so mixed class racing, which is awesome, super fun, and I really like that because it's solo driver, 45-minute races. You really got to go and dig deep, and the result that you get is the result that you worked for. There's really nothing there's no other drivers, there's no pit stops or anything like that. So it's a great place to go and really develop yourself and figure out where your limits are.
I see what you mean. Is it a type of sports car, maybe?
Sorry, what do you mean? With
Well,
the type of car or the type of the
the type
class
of
itself?
car. The type of
Yeah,
car.
well, so I'm in a GT4 car, which is excellent because the racing is really good because there isn't much aero, and the cars don't have a huge amount of power. They kind of have a little bit of everything, which means that it's still a momentum car, so your mistakes are pretty costly, and the racing can be very close because there's not any aero wash between the cars, so you can really go bumper to bumper with people for the whole race. Whereas in GT3, there's definitely some issues around aero wash and whatnot, but um, yeah, the GT4 cars are much less sophisticated than a GT3, so it really comes down to the driver, and the BOP has a little bit less of an effect on the outcome of the race, which is nice. But yeah, it's just a great place to be as somebody who's kind of coming into the sport.
Got it. Is wrecking each other or bumping each other not allowed? Is that
I
dangerous
mean, you can,
protocol?
well, there's always I mean, it's more of a cultural thing than anything. You can touch each other for sure, but you don't want to wreck anybody. You'll get a huge penalty for that, which I think is good. We don't want to be wrecking each other, but you want to be racing hard, and, having a touch here and there is perfectly legitimate. So I wouldn't say it's like NASCAR by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, people, you can really fight for it, which is what's fun about the GT4 cars.
I see what you mean. What's their best memory of racing in the series?
I don't know if I could pick one. I mean, my first win at Watkins Glen was really special, just being my first win and kind of the weekend where I really started to piece it all together. That was super special. Winning at Indianapolis, that being my first win in the solo class was fantastic. But yeah, I think that those are kind of my fondest memories at the moment, but every win is sweet and try to savor it. So,
How many races have you won?
um, what? I think five or six now. I have quite a few trophies at this point, thankfully, but yeah, a good few wins. I'd say I think I have like five or so SRO wins, and then I think we've won our class three times in the Creventic series, so doing pretty
Amazing,
well there.
man. That's very amazing. How many races did you win if you did before the Nashville weekend?
Um, what? Uh, what year was that we met?
2021.
Okay, so I don't know if I had gotten my first win yet, honestly. I think that was kind of like right before, I think, yeah, right before Watkins Glen, which was my first win. So at that point, I was still green as far as wins went.
So yeah, describe the Watkins Glen race if you remember, if as you can
Yeah,
remember it.
that was pretty wild because we kind of we had some sort of qualifying issue. Oh yeah, I think it was yeah, somebody wrecked in qualifying, so we didn't get Ian didn't get a good lap in. But we ended up just having extremely strong pace, and we came back from the back of the field. And by the time that I got in the car, we were right up there. I think we were in third, and then the cars in front of me got in a fight and ended up spinning. So I ended up having to hold off somebody else up until the end. The race ended under yellow, but we were in front, and that was pretty cool.
Got it.